Good morning, everybody. Good morning and welcome to this live stream. My name is Holly Matthews and I am a former TV actress. I'm a self-development coach, so simply a life coach or NLP practitioner, that kind of thing. I talk about mindset and positive thinking, but in a very straight talking, no BS kind of way. Not a fan of the toxic positivity. And what else do I do? I'm the founder of the Happy Me Project, which is online courses, a podcast, soon to be a book, all kinds of things. And welcome. Today we are talking about how to create a kick-ass morning routine and what that looks like for you. Good morning, everybody on Facebook, in my Facebook group. Good morning, Louise on Facebook. Good morning on Periscope and YouTube and anywhere else I can't remember. You got this Academy students as well. It's in there. You got this group. So welcome, everybody. Welcome this morning. It's so lovely to see so many of you sitting in. If you're on Facebook, I won't be able to see you unless you have let StreamYard, which is what I'm using to have the okay. But everywhere else, I should be able to see your name coming up. Good morning, Erica. Lovely to see you this morning. So before we get started, I want to just know how you guys are. I want to know how you've been, how's your weekend been, all of that stuff. And the way I like to do that, for those that don't know, is to put a number on it. 1, I feel rubbish, Holly. That's why I'm here. I've turned up because I feel rubbish. Or 10, I feel absolutely amazing. I've had a brilliant weekend. The sun has been shining, whatever's going on for you. Good morning on Facebook. I can't see who it is, but good morning. I will see afterwards. So let me know in the comments, 1 to 10, where you're at. If you're watching this on the replay somewhere, so you're watching this on YouTube or in the Facebook group and you're catching it after the live, then do still let me know where you've been at. The reason we do this, for those that are new to sitting in with a live with me, is that 1, it's good for us as a community to check in with each other. It's something tangible as well. Oh, Saraputa from India, amazing, welcome. It's so lovely to see your name again. And it's something tangible when we put a number on it. It's very hard, isn't it, sometimes when people ask, how are you? It's just challenging, isn't it, for us to go, because sometimes we're just like, well, I know I'm just like this. It's just, I don't know how I am. It's changeable constantly. So when we put a number on it, it's a tangible thing that we can all get on board with. And you can train your friends and family in this little method as well, because it's good. You can just say to your kids or your partner, where you at, 1 to 10, and then you know, because after a time you will recognize what their average is. So their average might be really optimistic and they might have a high average, like an 8 or a 9. And if they drop to a 7 or a 6, you're like, oh, what's going on? Do you want me to do anything? Can I talk about it with you? You know, you're having an idea. Now, if somebody is currently in a really low number and they've been in a 1 for a while and it's just a really tough time, and they get to a 2 or a 3, for somebody who's at an 8 or a 9, that might seem really like miserable. However, for that person, they raised up a little bit, and that's good. So wherever you're at, don't judge it. Just go, okay, this is actually where I'm at. When I've checked in with myself, I'm on the low end of the scale. I need to do something today that's going to move me up a little bit. Not to a 10. We're not, there's no big extremes. But if I could get myself a little bit up a number, that'd be good. If you're high up today, as I'm sure some of you will be, if you're high up, don't second guess it and start going, oh, but bad things happen and I'm going to go. Don't question it. Just be like, cool, I'm at a high number today. I feel good. So I'm looking at the comments, and Erica's probably a 7, slightly above average. Exciting things are hopefully coming. So remaining optimistic. Erica, that's exciting. I get excited when people in my lovely community do good things and have exciting things happening, whatever they are. Well, keep us updated, Erica. Fingers crossed, whatever it is. I can see somebody on Facebook is a 6 or a 7. Good morning, Sarah, as well on Facebook. I can see somebody else is a 7. So quite a lot of 7s today. It's funny, sometimes we have mornings where everybody's quite similar. I would say today I was quite overwhelmed yesterday. I was feeling a bit rubbish yesterday for, I think, just purely a lot of stuff going on. It wasn't anything sad. It was just a lot of stuff and my head was very full, which meant that I was just like that. So I was probably a little bit lower yesterday. I reckon I was probably at a 7 yesterday, which is low for me. And today I feel like I'm a solid 9 today. I got it together today. I feel it. Sarah's a 5, so I need to do something today for sure. And what's your average, Sarah? Do you know what your average is? Let's get you to a 6. We can do that, okay? Maybe even a 7, who knows, by the end of today. And that's all it's about, guys. It's about us constantly just assessing where we are at and how we can take ourselves a little bit closer to where we want to be. That's all life is, right? It's this constant adjusting of stuff. We're never going to be on this even keel all of the time. And if we have that as a goal, we're going to be sadly disappointed. So your life is going to be like this. No matter who you are, what you've got going on, it's always going to be like that. And it's just about us adjusting things all of the time. Good morning, Laura. Laura says, I've been on a walk after school run, so feeling good. I'd say a 9. Amazing, Laura. Lovely. Good morning, lovely Mary as well. Welcome, welcome. Let us know how you're feeling in the comments. Today's topic is, I'm actually going to be speaking about this on the BBC this afternoon as well. So I thought I'd share it with you guys early doors. So today's topic is about how to create a good morning routine. Now, your morning routine, as Laura's just shared, going for a lovely walk after the school run is brilliant for you, and it will definitely fit in with what I'm going to suggest for your morning routines. Now, everybody's lives are very different, and so you will tailor this and you will add these elements into your day, but you will base it on what feels good for you and how this works around your day. There are going to be, if you do more, I don't know, like a search on Google for morning routine, there's going to be a million ways that people are going to tell you to have this perfect morning, this pure mindset and all of this, like this perfect morning where you've got to dive into a bath of cold water and all of this stuff and do a boot camp and chant all morning. And I think for most of us, it is probably a little bit too much, especially if you've got children that you need to kick out the house in the mornings. You need to find ways, and you guys who follow me already and aren't new to my stuff, you will know I'm all about trying to find tweaks and hacks and small things that we can do that are realistic, that aren't these big upheaval stuff where it's like, I'm going to change my whole morning routine, my lifestyle, so much so that we actually just don't do any of it because it's just not or we do it for a few days and then we just give up because it's too much. It's too big a jump. Good morning, Glenn. Glenn's just saying, I've come back from a lovely weekend away with family, so I'm at an 8, although dreading being back to work from home tomorrow with all the stresses it brings. Well, just prepare yourself in the best way that you can, Glenn, so that you don't have that dread. Try and find the good in it in some ways as well. So I have created, and I thought I was so clever when I came up with it. This is how sad I am. I love it when I get to have a rhyme or any kind of alliteration. Oh, I'm all over it. I'm such a word nerd. If I can come up with something that helps me to remember it, is a little rhyme of some, I'll be banging on about it all day long. So I've created this, the morning routine, the 4 M's, okay? The 4 M's, bear with me, guys. This is what we need to find in our mornings as well. Good morning, Anita. Nice to listen to you again. In South Africa, wonderful, South Africa. Thank you so much, lovely Anita. She says, you always inspire me. Thank you so much. That's so lovely of you. And thank you for being here. So the 4 M's look like this, and we will talk about each individual one, and I will give you some options so that they don't feel, again, I'm not about, this doesn't have to be my way or the highway. This is you guys coming up with your own ideas with a little nudge from me. So the 4 M's are this: meditate, move, mantra, and mindset. And there is a bonus one is make your bed. Make your bed. Look how clever I was. I thought in my head, make your bed. And now my meditation, not everybody at this point does meditation. And you might be thinking, well, Holly, you just said you weren't going to do these big deep dive, I don't know, purist mindset mornings. Meditation seems a bit big of a deal. Now, if you haven't got time to do a long meditation in the morning, then don't, okay? I haven't got time to do 40-minute meditation in the morning. Sometimes I've barely got time to do 5-minute meditation in the morning. I really try to factor it in where possible. But if I, whatever reason, the kids are all running amok or whatever, and I just don't get down to it, if I can just sit there for a moment while I'm having my cup of tea, even if that cup of tea is on the run sometimes, and I can take 10 breaths, and I just take those 10 full breaths, and I close my eyes, 10 breaths. You've got 10 breaths in you guys, right? 10 breaths. I close my eyes and I just check in with myself and I ask myself, how are you feeling? Where you at? You know, what's going on for you today? I just adjust my posture and I just have a moment where I breathe and I focus my mind on my day. Okay. If that's all you've got in you in the morning, that's bloody brilliant. Okay. That's good, because most people don't even do that. So if you can do that, that is your meditation in the morning. If you've got 5 minutes, perfect. Then get on YouTube, stick on a guided meditation, or get on Spotify, or put some music on. I've got some meditations as well, which are available. IamHollyMatthews.com/all my stuff. There's day meditations and night meditations available on there. Do 5 minutes. 5 minutes would be perfect, just to calm your breathing, check in with yourself, and make yourself more present. It doesn't have to be a big deal. If your version of meditation is just listening to some music and closing your eyes, perfect. If your form of meditation is something else, you know, I don't know, maybe you do mindful coloring. Maybe it's more of a mindful exercise that you do for yourself. That's fine as well. So meditate. Find some way for you to just check in with yourself. Or we could call it the check in with yourself. Number 2 is to move. Now, we've already seen that a few people have been on some walks today. Perfect for your morning. But movement doesn't have to be going doing a hardcore gym session, unless it is perfect if it is. But it could be that you just do some stretches in the morning. Maybe it's that you put on your favorite bit of music and you just move your body and you have a bit of a dance around to it, whatever that looks like. You're not going to be a really good dancer. Just have a dance and move your body a little bit. Stretch your body, adjust your posture, little run on the spot. Maybe when you're boiling the kettle or whatever, you just do some jumping jacks, or you get in a plank or whatever, just something that moves your body. I mean, what I've just suggested might be abhorrent to some of you, but I'm sure that there is some way that you can move your body a little bit in the morning. So find that way. And it could be that you go for a walk. It could be that you just go for a nice walk in the morning. Perfect. Clear the air, freshen yourself up a little bit. Mantra. So when I talk about mantra, I mean creating some sort of affirmation or sentence for your day. So thinking about your day ahead, and you know, it's still fairly early in the morning. So if we think about your day right now, thinking, okay, what do I need today? What do I need from myself? How do I need to be today? What could I create for myself that is going to help me to not lose my shit? Like that's usually what mine are. Like, I'm like, how can I stay on track, not lose my shit, and not get bored of what I'm doing? So thinking about what that looks like, and then creating a sentence. So let's say that you have so I've got quite a lot to do today. A lot to fit in. And so I might say, right, I know that I've got quite a lot of timings and things to be getting on with. So I might say, I have all the time that I need. That might be my mind. I have all the time that I need. And that might be my mantra that I say to myself. But you can create your own. There's plenty mantras and affirmation lists online that you can grab. In fact, I might create some and put that out there for you guys as well. So let me know what kind of affirmations, maybe some nice morning affirmations. I can put them out for you. So creating an affirmation, and then what you do with that affirmation or that mantra is you just say it to yourself out loud. You repeat that to yourself. At least 10 times you're going to say this to yourself out loud. If you want to add in an action with it, something that you do, that can be really powerful and grounding as well, to help you to cement what you want for the day. So in the comments, even if you're watching this on the replay, let me know if you have a particular mantra or go-to affirmation, or while you're sat here, you've just thought of something. You say them in the present tense. So you say them as if they have happened, rather than I would like to get everything done today. That's not really an affirmation. You say it in the present tense in some way. So I achieve everything that I want to. I am confident. I am calm. I am something like that. I ams are really powerful, and short and sweet is often better. And you can also write these down on your whiteboards or your post-it notes, or on your journal, or in your phone. You can put alarms on your phone as well. That can be a lovely thing to do. So creating your daily morning mantra. You might find that over the course of a week, you have the same mantra. It might just be quite a theme of the week and you stick with it. That's fine. Or you might find every day when you do your 10 breaths, you check in and you see, what do I need? and you create a brand new mantra for every day. It's completely up to you. But let me know in the comments if you've got any suggestions, because other people can steal your affirmation and mantra as well. While I'm on mantra, I must mention my necklace as well, because this was #ad created by Mantra Jewelry. And Mantra Jewelry are gorgeous. I've got 2 necklaces that I created with them a couple of years ago. This one is the diamond shaped one, and it comes with the mantra, diamonds are made under pressure, which I love. And I have another one, which is a bar that says unbreakable. And it says, and the mantra that goes with that is, life cannot break me, for I know how strong I am. And all of their jewelry comes with a mantra. So it's lovely to send somebody their jewelry because it comes with that in the box. It's a gorgeous little box. You can write on a message in the box that goes in there, and it comes with the mantra, and it's just a very empowering thing for people. And every time I touch my necklace, I know some of you guys that are in my community have my necklace as well, which is lovely, and send me pictures with you wearing them. And when I hold my necklace, it reminds me that no matter what we've been through as people, that all of that pain, all of that stuff, all of that trauma and the difficulties and everything that happens to us as people, that diamonds are made under pressure. The best people in the world have gone through some stuff. So be kind to yourself. So that's just my little extra nod there. Next up is mindset. So creating some kind of morning mindset thing. Now, I, again, want to keep it simple. So I think it's as simple as asking yourself a few questions in the morning. Now, when I was doing some research for my book, I was looking at morning routines and, what is there some foolproof, like, X plus Y equals Z to the perfect morning routine, and looking at the research on it. And I came across a quote by Steve Jobs on what he asked himself in the mirror in the morning. You might have seen this, I don't know. And it annoyed me, right? And bear with me because I'm going to explain why it annoyed me. But the question that Steve Jobs asked himself in the mirror in the morning was, if today was my last day, would I want to do what I'm doing today? Right? Now, you first glance at that, you could look at that and go, well, that's brilliant. You're assessing your day, you're taking charge and responsibility of your life and your day, and you're seizing the moment. You could look at it like that, and I'm sure that's what Steve Jobs was doing. However, I think that is a very privileged question to a man who was in a very privileged position at the time of asking that question. I've never been a fan of people saying, if today was your last day on earth, if this was your last day, what would you do? Because in my opinion, if today's my last day, I'm not going to do anything that remarkable. What I'm going to do is gather my loved ones, probably get some bread and cheese and chocolate, and just kick about with them for a bit. Like, I'm not going to jump out of a plane. I'm not going to start a new business. I'm just going to eat bread and cheese with people that I love. Like, that's probably it. So, like, I think it's a bit of a privileged question. And I think for many of us, there are going to be days when we're doing things that we wouldn't do if it was our last day. I would not be taking my kids to school and having to make bloody packed lunches every day if it was my last day on earth. I'd be like, sack school off, kids, and we'll have a posh slap up meal. Like, it's not a very sensible question for the majority of us, in my opinion. So what I would like you to think about is asking yourself good questions, but probably making them a bit more realistic and a bit more helpful to your actual day. So perhaps your morning mindset, when you're sitting doing your 10 breaths, you just ask yourself, who do I want to be today? How would I like to show up? If I fast forward to the end of today, and today has been a success, whatever that looks like to you, what would I have had to do today to make that a success? Now, I think that those kind of questions are more helpful for us, because I think that if you guys are sitting there now who are watching this, I want you to think about that now, as it's the morning when I'm recording this. Think about, if you finish up, you're getting into bed, you can imagine this now, right? You get into bed, and you feel that feeling. And we've all had it on days, right? We might not have it many days, but we have it where we get into bed and we think, today was good. I did good. I did good today. Today was good. That feeling. So I want you to imagine right now, you're getting into bed this evening, and your head hits the pillow and you think, I did all right today. What would you have had to do to make that be the case. And then just running through your day and thinking, well, I've got to do this and I've got to do this. What would I love to do? You know, am I practicing some kind of self-care? Am I being kind to myself? And that could be just getting those jobs done or tidying the house or whatever. But what do I need to do for today to be a great day? Okay, and ask yourself this question now, because most of you who are on live, you can answer this in real time, and this can make an impact on your actual day right now. So I think it's really important for us to just think about what we would like our day to look like. And I mean, if you're going to think about it like if today was my last day, right? The one thing you could think to yourself, and this might be helpful in that kind of thought process, is if today was my last day, would I be worrying about the things that are creating anxiety and worry in my head right now? Probably not. Would the things matter as much if today was the last day? If the things that we put such a big deal on and we put so much anxiety and pressure on ourselves, will they matter in 5 years from now? Probably not. Many of the stuff won't, okay? Much of the stuff won't, okay? And Ria's just saying, love this, had one of them days yesterday. Yeah, those days are the best. When we get them, they're the best, right? And we're not going to have them every day, but it is, you know, really noticing when you have those great days. And maybe you want to ask yourself, you know, how would I like to be remembered when I'm no longer on this planet, right? How would I like people to remember me? That's a nice question to ask. It might be quite grand, and you might think, I don't know. Or you might be like my husband, who just said, you know, for those that don't know, my husband has died. And before he died, he just said, I just tell them I was all right. Tell them I was an all right bloke. You know, there's nothing more complicated for some of us. But for some of you, you might think, well, I want people to remember me as somebody who gave life a go. You know, that's kind of how I would suggest for me. I'd like people to look back and go, she gave life a go, she tried her best, and she tried to put a little good back into the world. And that's kind of it, right? I can see on Facebook, somebody saying, I can't see who it is. So to be happy at the end of the day, I would like to get the kitchen cleaned, exercise, and touch base with a friend. Perfect. And those are totally doable things. They're not like, you know, I'm going to create some kind of miracle day. You know, we don't need to try and be and do everything, but get the kitchen cleaned, exercise, and touch base with a friend. You can totally do that. And I'd love to know if you do. Let us know in the comments at the end of today, if today was a success. Let us know. So that is it. And when I said make your bed as a bonus in my 4 M's, making your bed in the morning, it can be often the first thing that you accomplish in the day. Maybe you get up and have your shower and stuff, but let's say you get up and you make your bed. That is the first thing that you've done and accomplished and succeeded at. And there's something really powerful in that. And I'm going to put out there, I didn't used to put any scope on making my bed. I used to get out, chuck the quilt back, and not make any effort with it whatsoever. Since I've changed my mindset on this and I started making a real effort to take the time to make the bed, to neaten it, to flatten it out a little bit, to put the cushions on precisely, that time, you know, how long that takes me, a minute to do that, that time actually allows me to check in with and assess how I want to show up in the day. Do I want to show up as, and I could very easily go into this, scatty, all over the place, not caring, you know, not focused, all of those things. Do I want to show up in that way, or do I want to try and take charge? And in that moment of making my bed, it allows me to do that and to get on board with that, of how I want to show up in that day. And it might be that you do your mindset questions as you're making your bed. I'm all about trying to, what we call habit stack. So we try and do things at the same time. So if I'm making my bed, maybe I'm thinking to myself then, how do I want to show up today? What will make this day a success? Or perhaps I'm thinking about what my affirmations for that day will be. Trying to find ways to fit things in together like that is really helpful and powerful. Your morning routine is also helped by your nighttime routine, which we can talk about maybe next week. But your nighttime routine is often getting yourself ready for the next day, isn't it? So getting a good nighttime routine can really help that morning and the start that you have to your day. But it is important, you know, whatever your day looks like, whatever your morning looks like, and wherever you live and wherever you're from, meditate, move, mantra, mindset, make your bed if you're lucky enough to have a bed, right? And these, whatever they look like to you, and you can put your own version, your own twist on these. If you get those right, the rest of the day follows a lot easier than it would if you just went through your day on autopilot, which is sometimes what we do as well, right? So let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know any of your ideas when it comes to your morning rituals and routines and the things that you do, because I know that other people will be inspired by what you do as well. And if this morning wasn't the best morning so far, the morning is still a few hours long. We're on 10 past 10 right now in the UK. The morning is long yet. So take some time to just, after this, take a few breaths, shake off whatever has gone on this morning, draw a line if it wasn't great, and then just move on and move forward and decide from this point, how do I want this day to look? And make it fabulous, whatever that looks like. I hope to see you on next Monday, guys. And anything else I want to tell you, podcast. I don't know if you guys know, most of you probably do, but I have a podcast, the Happy Me Project podcast. And that goes live every Thursday at 7 a.m. UK time. I also have a newsletter that goes out, which I pack full of good stuff. If you are not on my email list, then drop your email below. I will add you to my email list. And that will mean that every Friday morning, you get a little chunk of wisdom that I spew out into an email form and send it into your inbox, which these days feels quite nice and intimate, doesn't it? For some reason, I feel like I'm writing you a little letter. So I get that. And obviously this week on social media, I'm going to be pouring out lots of stuff onto social media. And my focus for this week is all about limiting beliefs and how we hold ourselves back. All of us have them, so it will be relevant to all of you. And I'll be giving out all the tips. I'm also on BBC Radio, but I am talking about the same topic. So that might not be something that you want to tune into again. Although I say that, I never know what I'm going to say one moment to the next, to be honest. So I might say this and then I get on the radio and I talk about it in a completely different way. I don't know. I'm not sure. For those, again, that don't know where my stuff is and what I do, I have online courses. I do one-on-one coaching twice yearly. I have a 6-week group coaching program. And very soon, I am going to be opening a membership. Oh, I'm excited, and that is going to be happening very soon as I can get myself together, and which is never going to happen. So it is going to happen. The membership is happening, guys. It's in my head. It's happening. It's going to be happening sooner than I probably anticipated, because I'm feeling impulsive and excited about it. And this is going to be, I guess, my courses, the Happy Me Project 1 and 2, are on the lower end of the scale in terms of price wise. The membership will sit within that sort of space, but it means that you've got accountability. And I know that we all know this, right? The accountability to show up for ourselves and to check in with a human being, an actual person like me, who will love punch you when we check in with each other. There's something good in that, isn't there? Because it means that we do, because you can listen to stuff like this and then you can go and maybe you do something after this, but then the rest of the week goes to not quite the same, right? And so having a membership means that you'll be very, very well and truly part of that community and have accountability as well. So I will be letting you know all the details for that as soon as I have created them in my brain and put them out onto the internet. And if you're on my email list, you will be the first to know about this. So make sure. Holly Love Punch. Yeah, I should just get that on a t-shirt. Love punch. And it is with love always, but it will sometimes punch you in the gut when I tell you stuff, but it's okay. It's all meant with the best love. Thank you. I can see that I've got somebody's email there. I will check back on all of my social media platforms that this is on, but pop the email, or I will create something for you, and then you can give me your email and you can get something for free, and you'll be on my list so that you get to hear about all of the stuff first and get a little bit of words of wisdom into your email box. Guys, have an amazing day. And if you are on YouTube, make sure to subscribe. If you're not subscribed to me on YouTube, I'm shifting my YouTube channel from Holly Matthews Online to Happy Me TV, which is going to be all focused on mindset, as I already do in the other spaces as well. If you're on Facebook, give me a thumb, join my Facebook group, the Happy Me Project Facebook group, and all of that stuff. On Twitter as well, on Periscope, I'm on there as well periodically. So come and follow me on all platforms, because I do different stuff across different spaces. I'm also on LinkedIn as well. And that is it. Goodbye, guys. I will speak to you all soon. Have an amazing day. Peace out.